Ooh, baby. Why is my thing frozen? It's not like that on the actual live, is it? My OBS is frozen. Let me check to make sure. Use me. Pardon me. Let me check to make sure that. Oh no, okay, it's actually working now. OBS just needed a second to catch up. Hey. What the fuck is all this? Let me hope I didn't bust that up. Let me hope I didn't ruin my entire stream. Okay, I didn't. Neat. Neato. Alright. Okay, let me get in here. Let me start thinking. Let me start talking. I am lazy. And I don't want to do this by myself. I want to have people to talk to while I'm doing this. But I am at an impasse because I have been doing... Hello. I have been doing research into physical Neuvillet. Come on. Do your thing. Thank you. I should be doing this. I should be doing my full setup. Die. I'm at an impasse because my idea was to do a mix of Ashgraven drinking horn stuff and ocean-hued clam stuff. But the more I look into them, the more I find out about them, I realize that they do not scale off of many of the same things. Basically, actually, I guess the ocean-hued clam doesn't really scale off of anything at all. So I think this is just the path that I'll not give up on, but the path that I'll sacrifice. And I'll try to go all out with Ashgrave Drinking Horn while also getting some... It's weird. It's really weird. I want to get some ocean-hued clam stuff. It's like, I'm stuck in a weird place because numerically it's easier to optimize, like through artifacts and stats and things like that, and maybe buffs, it's easier to optimize Ashgrave Drinking Horn damage, but through gameplay stuff, it's easier to optimize Ocean-Hued Clam because I'm just gonna have to talk. I'm just gonna have to do a big funny talking bit. Ashgrave Drinking Horn. This is my issue right now. This scales, it does its 80% of max HP physical damage. This scales, it can crit, so you can build crit for it. It scales off of damage bonus, so you can... I actually have a goblet on right now. And you could also do like Farina things. So you can kind of build this to actually like... You build Neuvillet like an actual physical DPS if you're using this. But it only can be triggered once every 15 seconds. On the flip side, the ocean-hued clam damage that happens... Does it have... Yeah, no, it doesn't. It basically scales off of nothing. It only scales off of the healing that you get and the resistance, the physical resistance of the opponents. So, oh wow. This parenthetical part, I thought that was only on the wiki. I didn't know it was in the actual set description. But you can't crit with it. You can't... It doesn't benefit from physical damage bonus. I mean, it says it right here. Not affected by character levels, elemental mastery, or reaction damage bonuses. It is basically only how much your character heals and how much physical resistance enemies have. So you want to be triggering Superconduct for it. It has its max of 30,000 HP, and Neuvillet, he I guess I can kind of get into it already. My basic idea here is to what I've been doing. I don't know if I've already done it once this stream, but this is how I've been playing it, where I absorb my balls, I suck my balls, and then I jump cancel the charge attack, so I'm not doing any hydro damage, and I'm just getting the clam damage. And that's pretty decent already. Like, for a build that has no leveled artifacts, I wasn't doing any res shred, 15,000 in AoE is not bad. But also, I'm already getting off track. Like I said, Ashraven Drinking Horn is limited by that 15-second cooldown. Ocean Hue does not. As long as you are healing, you can get this bubble up and deal damage. So that's why I have Chong Yun here, is he can reduce my Nouvelette's cooldowns, so I can be bursting and whatever else more. And now, how much did I get? Still 14,000, so I maxed myself out. Yeah. Can I really do it? Can I get the bubble to burst with max damage with just one... What's it called? Just like one set of balls. I just realized I have the option of Hydro Traveler as well, because Hydro Traveler creates source water droplets. I don't know if I can justify the slot over Chongyun or my other two units. Like, maybe potentially over Rosaria. But that's what I'm doing the stream for, is I know I don't have the perfect ideas. I know that someone else is probably going to come up with an idea at least different to mine, if not better. And I wanna test things out, and I want to see what works. So let me actually find a good test dummy. I don't even know who we want to do. I don't want to do my normal bot because he has physical resistance. Does Simon have physical resistance? I don't know. Oh, also I need to go pick this up because this was meant to be the start of the stream. And sweet tarts. Loving on my sweet tarts. This is the wrong place. Get me out of here. I have to collect my ores. Also, let me turn on my music because it's so silent right now. Let me get on my music. Do I turn it down? I think I turned down my dial-up volume. Who's to say? I get to start off the stream with not talents, with this. And look at this ore count. Oh, okay, wait, I actually do have a little bit more than I thought. But I'm stuck now with 50 gray ores. Those are all the weapon ores that I have after this. I've been leveling a lot of weapons recently. So there we go. The first piece has been brought to level 90. None of these are at level 90. I actually figure, because what's the limit on this? There's a limit of 30,000 healing on each bubble that Clam creates. And I imagine, because Nouvelette heals himself for half his HP. So I imagine it'll, like, as long as I get 60,000 HP, I can actually get a little bit below. It's maybe not exactly half. I need to check. Good day. Am I testing IFA? Probably. I'll probably do some IFA stuff later, because I still have things that I want to say about IFA. But for now, I am doing my physical Nouvelette shenanigans. What the hell is 16 times 3? 48. So, yeah, I just need to... I would technically need to get a little bit over 60,000 HP to cap that out. But, We can shoot for... I don't know, I don't know. Maybe I'll find ways to min-max it through gameplay that I don't need to build maximum HP. Although I still want to be building more HP for the sake of this guy. I'm interested in seeing how this goes. I also, this new information, about what's it called? New information about just these two sort of scaling in different ways has made me realize that I think this is going to be a much more high investment idea than I realized it was ever going to be. Like, I might have to have a crit ocean hued build, which I think I have a few functional pieces now. They won't be good, but we can at least, yeah, work with stuff like this for now. No HP percent. We'll see how this stuff goes. I also, yeah, I might end up needing to do a lot of energy recharge on Neuvi. It's weird. This is going to be a really weird one. But this is why I'm live streaming it, because I think this is like a strangely complex problem. I've been sort of thinking of an ER Sans for the sake of just getting more bursts out of him, because so much of, not so much of our damage, but probably around half of our damage is going to end up coming from Clam. So having as much healing as I can get might be important, but again, maybe in that case, I don't really know how much Chongyun is doing. I only have him on the team for the cooldown reduction. 15%. That is a pretty significant amount for getting more skills. Not really more bursts, because I'd need to have a ton of energy recharge to get that. I want to look at Hydro Traveler, maybe. Or maybe if I had Siege Ween, that would be better. Because I know she creates the source water droplets too.
Just what will we come across?
It would be really funny if on the journey to making physical Nouvelette work, I found a Hydro Traveler team. Let's go. Thirsty. Need water. Alright. I'll probably end up talking about Aoife a lot sooner than I intended originally, because I just don't have the resin for stuff like this right now. I also need to do a little bit more testing on maybe how much Clam is even worth it in the first place. I want to do Clam, obviously. It like makes me feel like I'm getting a lot more consistent physical damage out of Neuvi, because without Clam, it's just one big hit every 15 seconds, which even if that big hit is like, I don't know, 150k, which I've seen the number of that, I've seen that physical instance get upwards of that number. That's 10k DPS, which kind of sucks. What did I go over here for? Oh yeah. I'm stupid. My bad. So, I don't even know, how do they spawn the... How do they spawn the balls? Is it this? After the dewdrop fired by hold mode of Aqua Crest Saber hits an opponent, a source water droplet will be generated near to the Traveler. Traveler picks it up. They will restore 7 HP. One droplet can be created this way every second. So it needs to hit an opponent. Alright. Okay. I don't know, there's not really a sword that I could go that really matters, right? I probably will just end up going sack sword. Because what's the cooldown on this thing? 10 seconds. Yeah, I guess. Burst doesn't really matter. Let's go find a guy to hit. I could just I could do all my testing on Dolpa. That would be funny. Killing Tulpa with physical Nouvellette. Can he deal damage with the thing? The what's it called? Ashgraven drinking one without, like, while it's immune? Yes, he can. Okay. Beautiful. And then you still create the source water droplets by doing that. But I think Sack Sword can't activate. Because it has to be damaging an opponent with an elemental skill. Or you... Also, that's a fun thing that I found, is that the Ocean Heat Clam proc can, like, do a chain proc with the physical catalyst. So that hit can trigger the physical hit of the catalyst. I don't even know. Am I creating any? Okay, dude. Alright. Maybe I should have artifacts on him. Why am I not picking up the... Hold on. I'm not picking up the droplets. Can Nouvellette not pick up Traveler's source water droplets? Did it have something to do with him being dead? Hi there, Crystal. I do get it. I get it. Silly geese, but not silly geese. Okay, first off, you need to be healed. What am I doing? You need to be healed, my guy. And then there are guys over here. Okay. So let's first find out, because this could change a lot. Then well, actually, it kind of doesn't. Okay, no, that definitely does do that. I would need to bring in a healer, is the issue. Because Traveler just straight up needs a healer. Like, it's not an issue of comfort. I like Rosaria for the sake of, for the sake of her res shred, her physical res shred at C6. What is the condition on that? Did I read that correctly? Oh no. Okay, I thought they needed to be above 50% HP to create the droplet, but the damage supply dewdrops will increase based on the... Okay, that's only if they're... It's only a damage increase, which I don't really care about. But I do care about this. Alright, that's kind of a funny thing. I think maybe that's part of the strat at the end of the day. There we go. See, that's a funny number. Kill. I can kind of see the vision on this one. I'm already sort of witnessing the destruction. Wonder how it looked like with actual leveled artifacts. And, wait, can you see me? You are not shooting, you're shooting at someone else? You're just shooting at the air, my guy? Okay. Alright, seems like Fischl is probably going to be the one we're going to have to sacrifice, because I think I like this better than I like Chongyun. Because the big issue about this team is that I had a lot of stupid downtime when just waiting for Nuvalet's stuff to come off cooldown, so I could heal again and get more ocean procs. Heal! Thank you. So then... But again, it's like, what do I even do? This is the issue of physical. It's like, what can I do to make this guy, like, any more of a support? I wish there was a set that, like, turned your characters into healers. That would be neat. I wish maidens actually healed instead of just boosting your healing bonus. Fischl is probably going to end up getting sacrificed for Kuki in this slot, I'm guessing. I don't know. I could do Dory. I could do Dory. I think Fischl or Kuki would be easier to work with than Dory. And for that alone, I might.
Did it again.
Now I'm just like, what would I even do for buffing stuff? How do I buff physical Nuvalet's damage? I really can't. It's just the res shred. Could do like Mika. I could bring in the Mika. My Mika isn't even like good enough to consider though. He would have to be C6. Ugh, Yawny. Love yawning. Because, like, at this point, I would only end up getting... What is this? Got 1 detector stack, so I would get, like, 2 on base. Yeah, that's, like, not a ton. I would get, like, 20% physical damage bonus. And then, attack speed doesn't matter. Healing... Actually, healing does matter, but I would still only get 1, Superconduct proc with him. Superconduct lasts 12 seconds. Mika's skill is not long enough. I don't really know why I'm considering Mika. 15-second cooldown. So I would lose a little bit of uptime there. Kuki is probably the move. This is already kind of looking to be the team. For Zarya, I was just thinking normal damage build because she's not providing anything. Like, no buffing set that she could work would do anything for Nuvalet. It would be like Noblesse, Instructor. Yeah, those would just suck. I can give him crit rate though, which I like, which I am a fan of. And then this, I don't even know. I think I actually just go Tenacity here for Rosaria damage. Because there's legit nothing to do for Nuvalet's damage. Having a normal one? Yeah, having a completely normal time here. I'm gonna have to level these pieces. But... That's the issue, is now I need crit, I need crit clam pieces. I can at least level this for now. Um, I'll take it to like 8. I'll take a few of my pieces to level 8 or so. Or 12. Great, thank you. The 1 crit damage roll is actually appreciated. But this, I probably maybe should have rolled this. I'll just do the thing. Great, thank you. Fantastic, thank you. Alright, that actually is appreciated because I do need energy recharge. And then from there, I think I'm gonna hold off on the circlet until I get a, I'm actually, what should I do on the flower? I could Hail Mary one of these and see if they just go all crit. Okay. I'll take it to 8. Alright. Wait, that's 2 max rolls. Ooh, that's 2 max rolls. This could actually, like, legitimately be a good off piece. It's the worst thing ever. Hi, King of 2. I'm gonna do 12 on this one as well. Alright, well, never mind. The dreams are over, but we'll leave it equipped for now. These are all terrible except for the goblet, and this isn't even leveled. So yeah, this might end up being a much higher investment concept than I thought it was ever going to be in the first place. This might end up taking a while before I get my physical Neuvilette video out. Although for the time being, I could at least refine some of the gameplay stuff. I'm going to be farming clam. I'm going to be farming clam for like the next month. This is boding incredible for me. 2025, I'm going to be clam farming. You know what? It's fine. At least you have a Crit Comey build when you're done. Crit Comey doesn't even use clam. Crit Comey use Marechaussee Hunter. You know that. You know that. I'll have a not Crit Comey build when it's done because I actually do need like an on-fielder not Crit Comey build. Because I'm pretty sure like because of her big ass crit rate buff, you end up doing maybe it is a little bit better to do Crit Comey, but you have to invest so much into crit that like just using Ocean Hued Clam and getting the extra damage from Clam, it kind of evens out with a Crit Comey build. It's... Man, they did her so dirty. I mean, she's good, but they still did her so dirty with that crit rate nerf. Stuck in 2021 like that set. Apparently I'm also stuck in 2021. Farming it. Playing physical and farming Ocean Hued Clam. But at least for now. Jesus Christ. That's terrible. Don't look at that. I'm gonna need a crit rate circlet. How am I doing? I need to finish my Aoife build. And then I can once again... Thank you. Thank you. What do I get? Thank you. And then I can start farming artifacts again. Dead patch behavior. The worst thing is like this isn't even really a dead patch. We had that good ass Archon quest. We have... I was gonna say 2... I don't even know how to describe the characters. We have one character that sucks and is kind of horrible. And then we have I like couldn't forgive me here because I don't have the mental space to be making this joke right now. One kind of mid character that isn't really all that important, and we have Aoife. That's the joke. Does she doesn't need more ER. Oh, okay, that was a 60k. That was a big funny number. And also he gets boosted to 37 crit rate with Rosaria. Good. Yay, she's doing so good. 270 ER. Two poorly designed kits in opposite directions. I'm really not of the opinion. I know that Aoife is not good, but I'm like a pretty big fan of at least like playing him. This might be the move with you. Yeah, okay, that was definitely the move. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, is like, even though he sucks, I'm really happy to have a healer who you actually have to like do min-maxy things to get their healing. Because Genshin healing has always been so, like, it just makes you invincible. So I think it's cool to have a unit that, like, doesn't heal a lot unless you actively build to heal them. And even then, I mean, he still doesn't really heal a lot. And you kind of have to factor that into your gameplay as well. Especially because he's an on-fielder. Healing you have to work for, exactly. I don't know what I'm doing here, but we're going on a boat ride to think about physical Neuvillette. This will surely clear our minds. Also, I need to gear my guys. So, what do I even want to do for Kuki? Probably just Tenacity. Because she can't do anything for Neuvillette, really. She only can do anything for Rosaria. I'll probably just put her on Fab Tenacity. Oh, perfect. Already halfway there. Crit build? Probably not. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Probably should just go HP. I could toss a crit rate circlet on her. Why is that filtered? I think I was trying to do DPS stuff with her. And then I just gave up on it. And then I know I have you. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I didn't check the crit rate. 47. That's fine. That's fine. What a traveler. What does HMC do for this team? You'll see in a moment. Because this is a team. You know what? No, you won't see. I'll just talk about it. This is a team that's built for Neuvillette getting all the physical damage he can, and part of that is out of Clam. And because he gets healing out of the source water droplets and things that he creates. But Hydro MC, because he has a lot of downtime. He has a lot of downtime between doing his skill. I tried to use Strong Yun for a little bit, where I was like, okay, maybe I'll just reduce the cooldown and we'll have less downtime. But that didn't really work out. He still has a lot of time where he's just waiting around for his stuff to come off cooldown. Hydro MC can take up some of that field time because he actually does take kind of a long time to do his stuff, and he creates source water droplets. So he I don't know if he's actually an increase in this team, but he's an increase to how it feels to play, because there's not just so much waiting around. So I can see if I'm gonna go beat the shit out of that rune grader. Ruin Hunter, I think those ones are called. Yeah. Anyways, I should put him on some actual stuff. I don't even know what though. What if I just put him on Deepwood for shits and giggles? I don't know. That honestly... I don't think it actually matters. He's still gonna stay at 111. So he's not gonna deal any damage. And like I could technically build him for damage. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. I think he's better built with attack still, even though he has his HP scaling. You know what? Actually, no. Fine. I will. I'll let him have it. I don't know how the ratio looks. Go take the leveled sack sword and hope that I don't forget to put it on Shengcho next time I do Imaginarium. Yeah, that's a little ugly. Because I'm overcapping with Marchose. That's a little bit better. Give him scroll. Actually, you know what? You're right. That's totally a good point. I could just give him scroll. Actually, but wait, it's physical damage. Physical can't buff scroll. Would Diona with the new bow function as an option too? Yes. Potentially. Maybe even better. Maybe I'm pivoting my focus entirely to Diona with the new bow. I don't want to fucking level that thing. It would be more, it would be more relevant because that bow actually did just come out. God, now I'm thinking I just changed the entire concept here. Actually, you know what? Maybe you're right. Is I just go Diona and Neuvillette. Maybe I just do them both. And then we have to focus less on Neuvillette's personal damage. So I like the concept of Traveler being here in the first place. But I think Neuvillette being the sole damage dealer is the only thing that warrants it. So, less crystal forging. It's you missed the carnage that was the beginning of the stream. You want to check the weapon XP total? That's it. That's all I have. After I got done leveling the this thing, I have how many was that? 51 gray crystals. I've been leveling things recently. I've had reasons to level weapons. Like I just finished with my Skyward Harp. I didn't even really just finish with that, but yeah, maybe I can do it with the event bonus. Set up a GoFundMe for the crystals, yeah. Please. Send me top-ups in Genshin so I can resin refresh and craft weapon ores. Okay, I do want to do stuff with Hydra MC just for the sake of having a team where Hydra MC has a reason to exist. But like now that you have suggested the dual carry physical Diona and physical Nouvelette team, I just think like that's too good to pass up. That's way too good to pass up. So maybe that is just what I do. I don't even really need to level, like, I can level it up a little bit, but it doesn't need to be fully leveled because the whole point is that it's not HP scaling damage. I wanted to save to do the refinements until I was done with all of them. But whatever, I'll at least do that now. I might also double clam it up. That's like, that's a nightmare farming 2 crit clam sets. That sounds truly awful. But it's such a cool idea that I kind of want to do it. Um, let's just do a tiny bit. I'm gonna be in clam for like the next month straight. The next like 2 months straight. God. And it's not gonna come out in any reasonable amount of time. I can take that. And then have her be on like okay, let's just do that. Shadow Lantern and HMC DPS is not still a thing, sadly. Oh wait, do I have double chat on screen? I think I do. Let's get rid of one of these. There we go. Or do we like this one better? I think I like that one better. There we go. Nobody told me. Jesus, girl, what happened to you? Why do you have such low HP? Is it because none of your stuff is leveled? Probably. Fantastic. Actually kind of decent. Please? Oh, come on. Yeah, this is not like an actual min-maxed build of this is not gonna come around anytime soon. So I'm now sort of split between like, do I just do it anyways? Do I just do it anyways and explain that like this could technically be better? And I have full clan builds on both of them going, right? Yeah, I do. This is brutal. It's an evil world we live in. Please, like, what are you doing, dude? Come down here.
Justice is blindsided.
4,000 damage. Stop doing this fuck-ass attack. Playing Overwatch here my ASMR stream? Okay, cool. Just as God intended. Oh wait, it did come back with Escoffier's hold E. That's so funny that they just like keep breaking Hydro MC. Will you like stop doing this attack? He's done it like... Do I just have to leave? Dude. Do a different attack. Stop flying in the air like a big stupid idiot. Alright, cool. I'm leaving. This dude flew in the air for like a minute straight. I guess I could have shot him down with Diona, yeah. But like... it's also just better to have a boss that, or have a test dummy that... Or, hold on, I need to check my, I need to check my... That was nice. Good job critting, Diona. Only one seafoam die can be produced every 3.5 seconds. There can be no more than one seafoam die active at any given time. So I would need to like find an actual rotation to like go between each of them being the seafoam die. Ugh, excuse me. Maybe I'll just do something else with Iona? I don't know. I could just hover on a full DPS build. Because I think, like, if I'm gonna take either of them off Clam, it's gonna be Diona. It's not gonna be Neuvilette. There we go. See how this rolls. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Actually, that's not a dead stat, is the thing. HP percent is not a dead stat. Okay. This could actually go somewhere. This could actually go somewhere. Just 2 piece HP? Yeah. Probably. Could do like this. I want to do... The thing is, I don't have good pieces to do a 2 piece like HP crit build. Do maidens. But again, I don't have good crit maidens pieces. I'll do like pale flame. Something else. I know my pale flame pieces are kind of decent, right? Yeah, it's kind of decent. That's what we'll do. $71, 111, that's miserable. I might be able to get a little more crit damage out of this, but I think, no, well, because Rosaria's here too, and we have Cryo Resonance going, so I can actually afford to lose a little crit rate. Do the immune weapons actually work with crit stats? Yeah, they do. Ocean Hue doesn't, but what am I saying? The weapons do. I can't even get this guy to level 20. This is miserable. Whatever. I'll just have to actually go back to farming or, what's it called? Forging ores daily. Second half of this stream is gonna be me farming ores with Aoife. Hi, hey guys, how are you doing? So, right now, that could be way worse, but it could also be, or it could be better, but it could be worse. And what's our HP at? 22,000? This is still kind of miserable. Wait, what is this? They can bug out if you glide to them or have a weird different altitude. Oh, yeah. Two in Fontaine that permanently fly. I think that was one of them. Let's go find some things to beat up. And eat a sweet tart. Delicious. I don't know why that's so funny to me. That was like surprisingly efficient. I killed those overworld enemies surprisingly efficiently. Thank you, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Zvieri? I think that actually might have been kind of close, but maybe I'm stupid. Oh, wait, let's do it on this guy. He'll be my testing dummy for this stream. Close enough. Okay, we'll live with that. Thank you for the compliment. I own this Uncle Rush shirt in real life. And one day I was wearing it and I was like, you know what? I could just put it on the guy. And I did. What's my rotation here? Blow up. 31k. What? This is also 15 seconds. It's just the exact same weapon. Oh god. I need to get better with my rotations on creating the bubble. Because there's a half second where you, like after the bubble explodes where you can't create another because it exists for 3 seconds but the cooldown is 3.5 seconds. Do you own that as well, or is it obvious? It's a little obvious. Feelings on the green sweet tart rework to sour apple many years ago. I don't think I have an opinion because I've only recently gotten back into sweet tarts. I can barely tell that they have different flavors. I mean, I can feel that they do, but I don't know what they are. I can guess. Who knew that all you needed to make this weapon consistent was another version of it? Let's do a little... Let's place my waypoint at least. Oh, did I kill my bosses for the week? Oh no, I leveled my artifacts. Thank you. And now that I've leveled a ton of garbage I don't need, I am able to, fodder it. That's nice. I also now realize, hold on, there's a 30,000 cap on this, right? That's not that much. That is really not that much. I was doing a big, I had a friend, I was talking to him about Kokomi artifacts, because he's going for Kokomi, and we were going back and forth about HP versus Hydro Damage Goblet, and there was this one thing, it was a fucking AI overview, and I was like, okay, you can't really trust AI about anything Genshin related, but sure. It kept saying that like an HP would be better on Clam because the bubble can benefit from the HP damage. And you know, not big surprise, AI might be wrong about something. I think it'd be pretty easy to cap out the 30,000 HP even without an HP goblet. So you probably would just go hydro damage bonus anyways. I don't know. Let's go. 30,000 out of Diona. Tell me it's physical. You can't even get its damage resistance to physical boosted, can it? I would imagine not. No, Diona! You're gonna die. Come on, dude, fall down, fall down. I know I could just shoot you out of the sky with Diona, but that's not fun. Come on. Yay! Oh. Whoa, whoa, chill. I couldn't see what killed him there, but I assumed it was the physical damage. In the patch notes, apparently they fixed the Drake from boosting resistance to the wrong elements. That was an issue? Okay, well that explains a few things in my past testing. But, yeah, I just had no idea that that was even an issue in the first place. Place that down. Let's place that down. There's some like I want to get min-maxy. I'm like not even like sure of what I can do here. Because I think the setup is fairly uncomplicated. Maybe the most min-maxy I could get is like trying to get my physical hits in as soon as possible. Like this. Or just doing stuff with Rosaria because she's, I think, my real DPS in this team. Might need more ER on Nouvellette. I don't know. I would like to make this like a sort of quick stoppy-ish thing. I don't know why killing him with the Diona burst is so funny to me. All right. Really, this is kind of already what I want. I mean, I could. Oh wait, no. Is it time? I think it's time. Maybe I can also fight this guy in Abyss. And I will not 36 star. I will not get anywhere near it. But I will be able to kill him. Whoa. Let me check. How long does Rosaria's burst shred res for? Oh, for 10 seconds. Okay. That's better than I thought. You can have like perma uptime on that. Oh no! Okay, never mind, I got it. I wasn't actually paying attention to his health. This is goofy. I've really been wanting to find a use for Diona recently, and I think this is it. Even though this team is not good. I'm abyssing it. Just because I can. I want to see how long it can maybe take me. This is the min-maxing. This is the speed run. This might become my most played Nouvellette team. I've been trying to find a way to use him as a support, but I just think there aren't the pieces in his kit aren't there. So maybe it's just time that I use him as a physical DPS. There you are. And actually now I probably just go Ishal. I do like Kuki, but official is most likely the move. And I just pretend that physical is doing more than
Behold, the princess and
more than I think it is. Or alternatively, I could do physical official with compound bow in this slot. I won't because I still do not have the pieces for that. But for now, we'll at least do this to like supplement the damage. So we perhaps have a slight chance at clearing. $65, $190? That's hideous. That is hideous. Do I then go a crit rate circle it and then just level this goblin up? I think I have enough to get close at least. Let's go. This is also just a good idea to level up. I don't have a crit rate circlet on this set. Okay, that's fine. Not on her, but on someone else. Probably make more sense instead of Diona, to be perfectly honest. Not on Tulpa, but overall. Oh, what, Fischl instead of... No, I'm saying Fischl instead of Cookie. Diona's staying. Because, like, I know Diona... It's not even, like, particularly good on Diona. Because the only thing that it cares about is your base HP, which Diona's is actually pretty low. Is Fischl's lower? Fischl's is like 100 lower. Yeah, okay, 400 lower, but whatever. It only cares about that, crit stats and physical damage bonus. No bow units have physical damage bonus as their ascension stat, so that's unimportant. It only cares about then base HP and crit ascension. Let's do bow. I don't think I have any crit ascension bow characters. No, I do not. Oh, well, there's Lenny. And he actually is kind of decent. Oh, wait, and Yelan has crit rate ascension, doesn't she? So realistically, Yelan would be a much better slot than Diona. But this is funny. And she brings the cryo. Even though Rosaria is already bringing the cryo. Yelan over Diona. Okay. Oh, wait, Yelan. I completely misread that. Yeah, you're right. Yelan would be better over Diona. But this is funnier. On Tulpa, I would even actually expect her to be better on Tulpa because of how little actual elemental damage I'm dealing. But also then Hydro Resonance is kicking in, so they would both get more damage out of that. But we don't want to do the best, we want to do the funniest. I min-max the funny ideas. Am I losing my mind here? Where's Rosaria? There she is. And also, I already swapped to Fischl. Who is there? Okay, I'm losing my mind today. I'm losing my mind today. I guess healing effectiveness. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I have Fischl here. So I'm going to cheat as much as I can. Whoa. Whoa, hey, I messed up on that. Imagine how this will work when my characters are actually built. Maybe I do need Fischl. Or Fischl, Cookie. think I already overcapped. I do like this guy here. Does that still hit Tulpa? It does. I'm not getting nearly enough energy on Fischl, which is really something that I never thought I would say. I have to funnel Fischl? That's the issue in this team? Fischl's energy? Beautiful. Dude, okay. Woo. No. Already over the 90 seconds and I'm only at like half health. Yeah, okay. Fischl is gonna... I mean, also I could just have better builds on these two. This is a very under-invested version of this idea. I also could just have like an actual, not necessarily like a physical build going on anybody in particular, but I could just be doing more normal attacks because I am getting my res shred from Superconduct. Whoa, 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 Diana, what's going on? Yeah. Still on pace for 1 star. Yeah, you think Lisa can do it by herself on second chamber? Whoa. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it with that Diana. Lisa only, with no artifacts and Bav Codex. You think she can do it? Let's do it, Lisa. Come on, you got this. 1,000 damage.
Looks like I got carried.
Oh wait, I want to see the screen. Challenge failed. You believed in Lisa, but Lisa did not believe in herself. That was the issue. It was a confidence issue. She couldn't go up against the Lector and the Seahorse because she didn't believe in herself. Let's do a gear check on her. Where is she? Okay, we got 2 artifacts. Elemental Mastery Goblet and a crit rate circlet. Lovely ratio. Look at that. Almost 1 to 2. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, why are you... Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, why does she already have so much attack? But I forgot that this just takes effect automatically. I love my engulfing lightning. I love maximizing the volume of a box. I don't know what that means. I think that joke is a little too advanced for me. I'm yawning today. I'm the sleeper. I'm the sleepy. on a Sunday afternoon. God, that's so funny. How big that instance of damage can actually get. Hey, Fischl. What does his resistance actually become at that level? Okay, great. No, you're supposed to be doing more than that. Yeah, do the thing. Yeah. Dumbass. Accidentally charge attack. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me do the idiot. Okay. It's funny how the worst part about playing this team against Tulpa is it doesn't have a very good way of breaking the mini Tulpas. That's the hardest part about it. I have a hard time trying to decide a set for Rosaria. Emblem Gilded two-piece mix. She's on Dragon's Bane. Well, I forget the Dragon's Bane effect. It's a Melt Rosaria, I'm guessing then. Because that's Pyro or Hydro damage bonus. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much, I'm pretty sure Emblem is a weird set because it is a good generic set on any unit who uses their burst to as the majority of their damage. For a quick swap Rosaria like this, you actually might want to go something different, but I have engulfing, so it does change things a little bit. I get more incentive to build ER because I get both attack and damage bonus on something like a Fav. Or no, you're on Dragon's Bane, you said. Dragon's Bane, you still might want to go, Emblem because her energy needs are fairly high, but she does get a lot of damage out of her skill. Something like Fav Gilded could end up working pretty well, but again, that's like Fav stuff is pretty close. Or Gilded is kind of a bad full set. It's like, I mean, it's still good, obviously. It's better than two-piece, but not better enough to where, like, if you have better singular pieces with your two-piece options, just go two-piece. It's weird. It's all weird. Rosaria is very, very flexible for what artifacts she can use, and I don't think I do her justice by just slapping Emblem on her and calling it a day. The math for deriving the 1-to-2 crit ratio, you can think of the damage rate as dimensions. Often 1 to raise is based on which increases the volume more. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Visualize the damaging is multiplicative damage stats at the same way the math is. Yeah, that's, I mean, I made it. It was kind of a shitty video, but one of the first few videos that I made was saying, like, hey, this math isn't all that hard. Everything just gets multiplied together. So invest into whichever stat is the lowest, and that's the way that you'll get damage. And I think it was a shitty video. I don't think I made it well, but that realization of, like, wow, this math is way easier than how a lot of people, like, it's easier than what people think. That is what kind of pushed me into making this channel, because I was like, oh, cool. Maybe I can, like, help people understand a little bit. But yeah, as for Rosaria's set, you knew that was my dumb box joke? No, no, I did not catch that. But yeah, for Rosaria's set, if you're using Dragon's Bane especially, I think Gilded gets a fair bit worse because EM is one of the only two stats in the game that actually does have diminishing returns. Going from like 100 or 0 to 100 EM is a lot more valuable than going from 900 to 1000, even if all your other stats are the same. So if you're getting a lot of EM from Dragon's Bane, maybe even Noblesse would be good for like a quick swap melt version. But Emblem would be better for just a burst playstyle. And honestly, maybe right now I do want to go Noblesse. I don't have a Noblesse ER Sands is the issue. But Noblesse boosts the damage of both her burst and her skill. And her skill, like these multipliers are kind of ridiculous. Just looking at them. What's this? So this is 281. This is uncrowned as well, so I don't know how much higher these get, but I'm assuming that's what, 14%, so you're hitting around 287 range, 288, plus like I could probably round, it's a little bit down, but I could round down to like 410, or those two multipliers together. So her skill is actually a very strong portion of her damage in quick swap teams. And yeah, building Emblem obviously does not benefit her skill damage. Do a Golden Troop Rosaria. Golden Troop Melt Rosaria. Because Golden Troop everyone is funny. What about doing Golden Troop Xiangling? Because this actually no, that multiplier is not that good. What is it when you level it? Where is Hakushin? There it is. I can't think. I can't think. Oh, that's actually another thing that I want to talk about now that I see her. I think I was too mean to Skirk. And I am potentially interested in getting her. It'll probably again be on a rerun. We'll see how the banners play out next to the patch. But I think she's more interesting than I really gave her credit for. Where's Xiangling? There she is. Level 13 Guoba. Let's check it out. Is only 236. Okay, never mind. You could potentially get that to be dealing more damage than Pyronado ticks. But obviously it's happening a lot less often. Ugh, big yawn. Big yawn. Oh yeah, so on the concept of Skirk, on the subject of Skirk, not the concept. I think I was maybe a little mean to her because I saw her as an extension of Escoffier, and I think that was not that was not quite correct. They do function in a lot of similar ways, but Skirk, just to be frank, is a lot more interesting. Not in the way that her synergy with Freeze works. Sort of in the way that her synergy with Freeze works. Both of them have their incentive to go full Cryo Hydro it is just stat based. It's not like, oh, you like function any differently than if you like didn't go full hydro cryo. Like Skirk just straight up loses motion value by not doing that. Um and Escoffier loses Red Shred. But I think the idea for both of them is that if you're going really Melt is the like only other option, and I do want to kind of use her as a Melt quick swap DPS as I'll get into. You're making up for that lost multiply or that lost motion value by just getting access to the Melt reaction and getting more damage that way. Have they updated anything, or have she's looking team lock DPS who really wants all limited 5 stars? Well, yeah, there is a big difference in her 4-star teams, but like her 4-star teams are not unclearable at all. And I want like that's always the thing that I want to make. Like when Verace's weapon came out, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Verace's weapon is so crazy, it's insane. It's like a 30% increase even over Widsith." But that still doesn't mean that you have to get the weapon, because Veresa is still very, very good without her weapon. This is a more drastic fall off than just Veresa versus without her weapon. But Skirk, not in her ideal teams, not without her dedicated, all her dedicated 5-star supports, is still gonna be a good character. And it's looking to be, I think her best team now is Farina, Escoffier, Seatlali, because Seatlali brings Scroll and TTDS. Although funnily enough, Mualani is I guess yeah, exactly as good as Seatlali for that reason. That they're basically just bringing the exact same thing. They can both hold Scroll and TTDS and give the entire team that buff. But with the difference being Seatlali activates Calamity of Eshu, which is a pretty relevant option. Where is it? There it is. It is going to be a very relevant option. So if you don't have her limited, if you don't have her signature, Seatlali is gonna pull ahead because of this. I'm gonna have to do all that. I'll just play Ayaka I already have. Yeah. It's what am I thinking? What am I thinking? That's definitely not a bad idea, because Skirk is not like crazily better than Ayaka. They're honestly like a similar power level, and if you enjoy playing Ayaka, although not a lot of people do, then just stick with your Ayaka. She's gonna perform great, because frankly, Farina and Escoffier are doing a lot of the heavy lifting in that team. And Skirk is just coming along and saying, okay, well, I have to be in a team that's full Cryo or Hydro to get my full damage bonus. And like, I don't know what I'm saying, but it's like she's forcing you to play her in a quote-unquote wheelchair team. So the teams that are those wheelchair teams without Skirk are not going to be all too different. But yeah, Calamity of Eshu, fairly recent event weapon, came out in what, 5.2? 5.2, yeah. So if you have it, this is going to be a good option for her if you can fill a shielder in. This is the purpose of Dahlia. Something else that I found out actually is that she doesn't have hit lag, or she's supposed to not have hit lag, which makes attack speed buffing a lot more relevant for her, which is why Dahlia only buffs attack speed. But he's still not going to be great. He's just going to be like a serviceable option that activates Calamity of Eshu, which is relevant, but if you don't have it, then Dahlia becomes a lot less relevant, but he still does his attack speed buffing. But even outside of those perfect teams, even outside of those freeze teams, I think her multipliers aren't going to line up great with Melt. Let me see. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay, no. Through her normal attack combo, well, it'll change if you're just spamming normal attacks. But in her first normal attack combo, the final hit of her normals will melt. The first hit, which is actually the second highest hit in her combo, gonna melt. The third hit is tied for the lowest, and then the last hit is the highest. And her charge attack damage, it's like Ayaka, it's like the 3 hits, so that is not good for melt. And then her burst, she has this like weird double burst thing going on. Just like Child, which that's kind of cool. I like that. But she has her certain subtlety, her fake energy mechanic, which this is like my big hesitance on pulling her. I don't like the non-energy burst stuff that they're doing. I don't like that they make energy recharge a dead stat, because energy recharge, I don't like that they're nerfing Fav. Please keep my Fav nice and powerful. But where is it? She can expend all of certain stuff to unleash her elemental burst, blah blah blah, AoE cryo damage, and it's a 5-hit burst. It's like Risley. It is just Risley burst, but it's a lot stronger because it has the same thing that Mawika burst has, where you can cast it before you're at max energy, and each extra point of like fake energy, it will increase the scaling. So it's a giga buffed Risley burst essentially. And what is this? Passive talent, reason beyond reason. Absorb nearby void rifts. I forget what void rifts do, but you create them through triggering reactions. Any cryo reaction that isn't melt. Oh, they just give her energy. Alright. Good evening, Atom. I'm looking at Skirk because I think I was too mean about her.
Don't we have a job to do?
What is this? I'll show wither effect is active, blah blah blah. She basically has a choice, like, whereas Mawika, like when you use Mawika's burst, she gets a big buff to her burst damage and her normal and charge attack damage. Skirk can effectively choose whether she wants to deal a shitload of damage with her burst or use her burst to buff her normal attacks. Which is kind of cool, because you can do quick swappy things with that. And I like characters that you can use in multiple different ways. So I might be interested in picking her up. I probably will never ever use her in freeze teams. And I think, especially if I pick her up, I've been going further and further. Like, I've been leaning further and further towards just never getting a Scofier. I think at this point, that's just not happening. And especially if I pull for Skirk, I am never getting a Scofier, because I would never play them in the same teams anyways, because I think that's a boring archetype. So yeah, I saw that that dumb mechanic where it's like, oh, you have to have full Hydro Cryo in your team, and then that's when you get your full multipliers. And I just assumed that it was another Scofier situation, but there is some interesting gameplay nuance going on with Skirk's kit that I might be interested in. Those are my overall thoughts on that. I want to beat up some more things. I want to beat up this guy again. I also think it would be really funny to have Skirk on my account and no Escoffier. That would be quite silly. Like I did I got Seat Lolly and no Mawika. I'm gonna be doing the reverse. Oh, hey, hey. I didn't do my hold skill. Oh no. Get back over here. Die to the ocean, huge clam. Let's go! Some insight on pulling the weapon banner would be worth something. Never. I shouldn't, okay, no, I shouldn't say that. It's not never worth doing. It's really, really rarely worth doing. Yeah, Fav lances are maybe... Anytime Fav lance exists on a weapon banner, it's the best weapon on that banner. So that's like one reason. It's just like a lot of things have to come together. Like this particular weapon banner is really just not it. It's very much it for fashion reasons. But let me check all these weapons out. I know this weapon is this is pretty good. It's essentially like a TTDS for polearm units that can heal while also being a decent general stat stick. So this is actually one of the better 5-star weapons in the game. But on the flip side, Verdict sucks ass. Verdict sucks complete ass. So, like, that's the number one rule. Like, the most basic rule is don't pull on the weapon banner unless you're okay with getting either weapon. And I was okay with getting Verdict because I like Navia and it looks pretty on her. Which, again, I kind of go back to, that is probably the best reason to pull on the weapon banner for style, because there are a lot of things you can do to increase your character's damage that don't require pulling on the weapon banner. The rest of these things I think are not all that great. This is nice to have as an HP sword, a 4-star HP sword. Because aside from this, there's only key, I believe. This is the exact same thing, but it's less important. Is the bell the only... Also, let me check the stats on this. Oh, it's higher, lower base attack, higher substat. So that's nice. But, I don't know, the bell existing makes it a little less important because the substat on these is never really all that good. There's not, especially for this, there's not really a unit it's great on. This is good just for the purpose of being an HP sword, as I said. This actually is kind of good, question mark. I know that this is a pretty good Escoffier weapon. Is healed or heals others. Yeah. And using their elemental skill or burst, all symbols will be consumed. This seems like it would have maybe a weird rotational requirement for it, but the stats that it gives are pretty nice. Although you probably would have to be R5, and I'm trying to think. Would it be good for on-fielders? I don't know. It seems like it kind of would only be good on Escoffier as my initial thoughts. Because the need to use your elemental skill or burst to get the effect. Yeah, weird uptime, but good effect. And this, I think, is also the same thing. Yeah. Is that a higher base attack? No, they're the same base attack. So that's very similar. Maybe a few less users because there are less attack scaling bow DPSs. And Woodsith is Woodsith. Woodsith is crazy, but it's on the standard. And I don't know. What Sith is what Sith. So that's like for this one in particular, uh that's just the thing is you always have to that's why banner reviews always do so well is because there's not a ton of good general advice. It's very, very dependent on the 4 stars that you will get while going up to the 5 stars, and also whether you even want the 5 stars in the first place. But drip is always a good reason. Or I shouldn't say a good reason, it's the best reason because meta is a bad reason. Skipped every netline banner except the shark goal. You go. That's so powerful. Can't get myself to spend wishes on it. Don't do it then. I have not spent many wishes on the weapon banner at all. Let me check my entire history of wishes on the weapon banner. I've spent... Okay, 282 is... It kind of does sound like a lot, but 282 over the course of playing the game for 4 years, almost 5, is not much at all. I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons off the weapon banner. And I've survived just fine. I think weapon banner is generally a bad decision. This is silly. Maybe this will be my new fidget location. This is what I'll do when I'm just talking to chat and I'm not doing anything else. I'll just float around as Nicolette on the edge of this flower. Look at me go. I want to find more things to kill. Could also go in the domain. Oh yeah, that was the thing that I did today. I need to move this team closer down to the bottom here. You guys want to see what I did today? I got the trail. I got the bard trail. I got up to friendship level 8 and I got the bard trail. I'm so happy. So let's do a few... Let's hit the domain a few times. I really should be leveling Aoife. Oh, that's on the note of Aoife. I've gone hard on it twice, and once it was fully for cash flow because little robot guy. I hope it was on the first Risley banner. I really hope it was on the first Risley banner. Because if you got Finale, or... Not Finale of the Deep, what is it called? Splendor? Something Splendor Deep? I don't remember. I have the archive here. That's one of those garbage weapons that I think nobody should ever get. Unless you're at C4 Farina. Splendor of Tranquil Waters. I think it's kind of comical how bad this thing is. Just because there's no energy on it. Useless Twinks stay winning. Useless Twinks do stay winning. Can't believe Dahlia is gonna follow up in his god's role as another useless twink, and arguably even more useless twink, which is crazy. Because like at least Venti can hold VV and do stupid grouping stuff when he's allowed to do it. He's just never allowed to do it. I was on break for the first Rara banner, but I dodged the glow stick. Okay, thank God. I'm gonna start calling it the glow stick. Yeah, I think I already was the one who came up with that one. But I'm gonna be calling it the glow stick derogatorily, as like people call the donut. Because that thing is it's about as useful as a glow stick. Am I on the right stuff? I think I yoinked some stuff from Farina. Okay, cool. Already have to start over. I stole glow stick from you? Yeah, okay. I'm so smart. Oh, you're saying you got Splendor because she's best girl. Okay, yeah, fine. If you're getting it for drip purposes, do that. But if you're getting it because you think it's a good weapon, you're wrong. You're just wrong. It's not a good weapon on her. It's actually it's a somewhat good stat stick on a few. It's a good Kirara weapon. And I think Kirara is maybe actually the only other person that it's good on. Never mind, the only person that it's good on. Yoink this again. Oh, I should be doing... Hey buddy, what you doing? Why are you on this? Why on that? Hmm? So you're good Hydro Force Wars after Xingqiu? I am thoroughly convinced that they're just trying to... What's the term? Atone for their sins. They saw Xingqiu and they were like, okay, we can never have that happen again. Because this character invalidates so many other characters. It's not even funny. They're only just getting around to making Yelan like a significant upgrade over him. God, he's horrible. This is something that I was thinking about is Aoife. I'm gonna level him to level 90 just because that's what I do for every character, but there is actually an incentive to not level him to level 90. Because I went over a little bit in another stream, is that Aoife's healing, it's enough if you're able to overcap on his healing and like consistently get that bonus from Farina. So that, you know, 2% extra heal, what is it called? Endless Waltz. And ascending him gets him more EM, but all bringing him to level 90 does is get him more max HP, which will make Farina drain him for more, but he won't heal himself for more. So I thought, even though I'm not going to do it, I've thought of fully ascending him but not getting him to level 90, just so he's better at healing himself and better at triggering that overheal passive. I've also considered just crowning his skill. Just like... Just taking the L and putting the crown on Aoife. Because then I could also do DPS stuff with him. Is he 240? Yeah, he's 240 scaling that crown skill. I still need these. And I guess more Mora. Burst stole Hazel's burst. Truly. He even got the... Is it C4? Okay, it is C4 that increases the suck, but he stole the constellation that increases the suck of it. Looks like it stole Hazel's constellation icon too. Look at that. Wait, yeah, look at that. That looks like almost the same icon. We can't see it under there, but goofy. Hey, what was that? What was that? What does this thing do? And, okay, well this is a skill that generates energy, but this dude really is just like a Hazo side grade. Traded out Hazo's okay talent damage for okay healing.
Let's go.
Die. Die, funny guy. I should probably swap off of Wandering Even Star. Pretty sure it's just worse than Hakushin Ring. Happy that there's someone who's actually good with Hakushin Ring now. I'm choosing to forget Mizuki. Actually, I shouldn't choose to forget Mizuki because it will always be cosmically hilarious that Hakushin Ring is better for team DPS than her signature. That will never not be funny.
Let's get down to business.
Because I remember seeing so many people try to like find reasons to justify pulling for that weapon. But it's so good on Sucrose. It lets you get a big number on Sucrose. Negligibly. I can't speak today. Negligibly? Is that really just how you say it? I don't know. Not large enough of a boost over Sacrags to matter. That's what I mean to say. Oh, hello. I didn't know you were there. Oh, cool. I could do the event story. I don't think I will, but I have the option to now. Just die.
Not too far now.
Can you pick up? I don't think you can pick up prayer, right? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I just have to pathetically and slowly wear her down. Should I? What do you even need to... Is it just books? I think I already have enough books that I could crown a skill. It really is just the more investment. And I don't think I have anybody else that I would want to use with these books. But the more investment is a lot. It's 1.1 mil. Ugh. Big stretch. So I'm not sure. I don't think I will. I shouldn't say that because I don't actually know if I will at this point. Let me calc. Let me calc. So at this point, he's at 797 EM. We're going to 82, 821. This is very easy to count. Actually, wait, no, it might not be with the healing bonus. It will be. It will be. But the healing received from Farina. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking of doing it. I could average to like a 10% healing received buff from Farina, because he doesn't generate a ton of fanfare. Anyways, we need to do 32.3, so that's times 0.323. 200 plus 90, and then calculate the healing bonus. I think this should give me the... Oh, and wait, there's I forgot, he has 80 more EM from that one passive, so it's actually going to be 901. Not that that really matters. Plus 90.3. 381, and then healing bonus of 35.9 times 1.359. 518? Really? That's not what I get. I get 507, but oh, I'm being dumb because he's gonna get 11 extra healing
Huh?
from his Ascension EM. God.
Hey, get out! Cuckoo.
Okay, whatever. 518 and then multiply that by, we'll do 1.15. He'll give 595, 596 rounding up. And then if the talent is crowned, let me pull up my Hakushin here. The scaling goes up to 363. Or 36.3. But that's still 801 or 901, my bad. 901 times 0.363. And then the flat value goes up to 105 plus 105.9 times 1.359 it was. Times 1.15. He gets an extra 80 healing per tick by crowning his talent. Is that really worth it? It'll be more at C3. Is that his skill constellation? That is. Probably around 100 extra healing. Well, let me put that into percentage terms. 595 over 676. That's like an extra 12%. I was in the reverse order. That I think that'll better tell me.
Huh?
Okay, no, it's like 13, 14%.
Hey, get out!
It's kind of decent. I don't know. I'll have to play with him more because I find his healing to be just barely enough. It seems to fluctuate a lot whether his healing is actually enough or not. And I think a lot of that is dependent on Farina's fanfare. Like, weirdly enough, if someone... I talked about a little bit in my first stream, is that getting hit during your setup is pretty rough for him because he is not able to heal your characters to above 50 a lot. But weirdly enough, getting hit in your setup also adds a lot of fanfare. So if you get hit and you don't go below 50% HP, then Aoife has enough, like with Farina's bonus, healing bonus that she gives through her fanfare, then he has enough healing to keep up with her and like even be HP positive. You guys can't be thrown around, can you? It's very weird. But I think a lot of this is why I really do like Aoife. Because he's a healer where you actually have to think a lot about your healing. Because he heals for so little.
Let's go.
I would never calc how much my characters were healing for before Aoife.
Not too far now. Tell me what you see.
die. Thank you. And part of that, you know, goes into... that's the reason why he sucks. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, a lot of... I get enjoyment out of characters sucking. Because then I have to work for them to be good. Die. There's too much work. Where are you going?
Winter, shall we?
I know I was saying I maybe am considering, or if anyone is considering, not leveling your Aoife to 90 so that he can heal himself for a larger portion of his HP. I think he does. This is something that's a lot more difficult to calculate, but he still does get a significant amount of personal damage through his swirls and electrocharge procs, which those get a big boost to, or by level 90ing him. So I imagine that would overtake the value of you getting more fanfare on him. Although maybe you would want other characters in your team to not be at level 90. Auron you still do, because he's triggering electrocharges. Farina you still do, because she's HP scaling. Like, maybe if you had a Xingqiu in that last slot, then you don't want to level 90 him. But the difference is probably too minuscule to really matter all that much. More just a cool thing that you might want to think about. I wish he could dash without eating up his Night Soul while in combat, like Mizuki. Hey. I am considering counting his skill more and more as I just mess around with him. Because what did I say he gained? He gains 80 healing. 81 healing if you want to be nitpicky about it. But over the course of 13 shots... That's 1,000 extra healing. It's still not that big. At C6, that would be boosted to 19 shots. And that is 1,500, unsurprisingly. I don't even know why I typed that one in. I should have been able to brain math that one. And what does his base HP go to? 8,000 now. I remember finding out he has one of the lowest base attacks in the game, which is just unreasonably mean. I don't know why they did that to him. There are 5 characters in the game that have lower base attack than Aoife.
Huh?
Hu Tao, who, understandable, she's an HP scaler, and they wanted to incentivize you building HP on her instead of attack percent. Seat Lolly, same thing, EM scaler. Barbara, Sucrose, and maybe the only one who has it worse than Aoife is Charlotte, because she actually is an attack scaler. But what are her numbers? I only have her talents all at 1, but I should be able to get a decent idea. Oh, this is at 4. Shit. Okay, oh, but that's still like, those are still kind of crazy high scalings, and I think her C1 is the real one that gives you healing, 80%. Anyways, there are only 5 characters in the game with a lower base attack than Aoife, and that is miserable. I mean, yeah, he's an elemental mastery scaling character, but he also is an attack scaling. They just really didn't want him to be a DPS is the thing. They said, no, you don't get a 4-star Wanderer. Even though they just made Lanyan, who is 4-star Wanderer, but she does her damage faster. So you can make her a quick swap DPS with someone else.
Let's go.
Only Leo can have good 4 stars. Just ignore Auron and Eon-san. Only Electro and Leo can have good 4 stars. Chervis is allowed to be good because you have to play an Electro character with her. He really could just yoink Jesus Burst. What's Jesus Burst multiplier? I'm interested in comparing. Well, this guy, is he a 16 second? He's a 15 second 60 cost, but he's only a 12 second 40 cost. 597. Oh, this is a way higher motion value. Oh my god, this has a way higher motion value. They just yoinked Jesus Burst and made it better. That's ridiculous. I'm back on Neuvi stuff. I'm back on physical Neuvi stuff. The brainworms told me to do it. Oh wait, I totally had a 4-star. I'm dumb. I had a crit rate 4-star circlet that I should have used for now. Until I got a 5-star one. Oh, that was dumb of me. I'm gonna level this up for the time being. Probably to 8 or so. Alright, actually good. That's a Kokomi piece right there. No, she wants a healing bonus circlet. What am I talking about? Actually, you know what? Maybe... No, he doesn't want a healing bonus circlet. Because I think he's going to be able to hit... Maybe not hit the max of this, but he's going to get reasonably close without a healing bonus circlet. And also this only scales with HP. So really I want a crit circlet with bad, or with good substats. With like big HP substat. But I feel like that's asking for a lot. I also think for now I'm gonna go back to the cookie variant so Fischl doesn't destroy everything.
Wait for my signal.
There we go. What? Okay. This dumbass path thing. Try? No, I don't really want to try against that guy again. I'm just kind of at this point. I'm probably gonna. I mean, if you can't tell, I'm tired. I'm probably gonna cut stream soon, but I still would like to play around with this a little bit, just to see if I can find a nice rotation with it. Cause I can make it function, but I haven't really made it feel good yet. It's gonna be quick swappy, no matter what I do. Inadvertently also a Hyper Bloom team with this guy. Good DPS cookie. Physical DPS cookie. Data, thank you, Data Clan. I feel like when I get some better investment going, this is gonna be surprisingly fun. Cause getting to see those big numbers is already pretty neat. I need more rocks. I need more rocks so I can actually level this thing up and get some silly damage out of Diona. Throwing rocks at drunk people. That's canonically what she's doing. When you see that big physical damage number out of her. Beans flower. Let's see how fast I can kill the flower. Indeed, we love her for that. Good lord, I don't know what I was thinking when I started this stream today. Oh, that was the hit. No, we're sorry, hit the thing. Rosaria, please, hit the thing. Rosaria, please. Alright, well, we're not fighting that. I'm also thinking, is there something that I could do? The two-piece. I don't need ER. What is my ratio? Miserable, but I'm getting a little bit, yeah, I said from Rosaria and from Cryo Resonance. So it's not that miserable. Um, but then again, there's like no other set that I could use that I have. No other set that I could really use, period. I could like try with this. This has decent. I really need to get an HP Sans with decent crit stats on Tenacity, which I also might have already. That's functional. Good filter. Oh wait, I need to be doing like HP, maybe double crit, yeah. Do anything with double crit. But I do have HP single crit. Oh, that's probably better. I have a lot of, or I only have 3 HP crit pieces. And then, no one's using this, right? So let's just toss that into the machine. Grind it up into pulp. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay, that is the only thing that could have been worse. I think I'm giving up on that one. Which is better to throw first? I think this one. Stinky, stinky poopy. Yeah, I don't know. I could keep it for the ER, and it still has 1 crit damage roll. I'll live with it for now, I guess. But I actually do have a good, yeah. I don't know, it feels like it's not really all that much better. Okay, way worse on the crit aspect. I think I actually should just go. Because these pieces are just so much... The individual stats are so much better. Going for a set that actually benefits... Or that doesn't have a beneficial bonus might be the schmoove. Please. He needs to crit. That's another thing, is like... You do have to have kind of high crit rate for these. Because... If you miss that crit, you're stuck for 15 seconds without a big burst source of damage. What funny boss can I beat up? I don't want to just keep going back to him. But also you are you are physical resistant. I guess I could beat him up one more time. Ooh, wow, really? All today? That's cool. Oh, maybe that's how I end off the stream. I'm at, what's it called? I'm at 4-star pity. So, oh, actually, I could just enter someone else's teapot and buy some stuff. And then I will get my standard wish, and we will see what I get on the standard banner. I'm not thinking. Oh, oopsie daisy. Wait, so... Huh, alright. I'm like trying to determine. There's that little icon that shows up. I think it's when you deal the damage. With the, like you deal the physical hit. There's 5,000 damage that did? Come on. $20,000. It's almost like this guy has high crit or high physical resistance or something. Who would have guessed? Alright, it's time to get into someone's teapot. Who do you guys think has a funny teapot? Bought more Vulcan more than I applied for a job. I'm going to Wiener's teapot. Let me in your teapot, Wiener. I don't think Wiener's gonna let me in. Wiener has timed out. Please, somebody. Somebody let me in. I'm breaking down the door. Rejected your join request. Somebody let me in. I just need to buy something so I can do my gambling and get my 4-star. This is horrible. Oh, you're a stream watcher. Let me in. I know that. I know you're maybe you're not a stream watcher, but you're a fan. Let me in. I'm breaking down the door here. Diona's gonna throw rocks at your house if you don't let me in. I don't think I'm being let in. Do I trust Moon? Am I gonna have to go like online and find random strangers whose teapots I have to jump in? Because I don't want to do TCG. I'm not fucking doing TCG to do my weekly, get my weekly XP. Am I also... I need to check my limit. Okay, I'm not at the limit, so I can actually do it. Because imagine if I was doing all this and the weekly limit was holding me back from actually getting the wish. Nobody wants to let me in. I have to do like fucking co-op. No, I can't even request to visit their teapots. This is horrible. Nobody will let me in their teapots. I'm not allowed. I can't even do anything else, can I? I'm locked from this. Complete Act 8 of Performance Champ in Imaginarium Theater. I'm not doing Imaginarium Theater. I'm not wishing. I'm stuck between Genius Invocation or Teapot. Please, somebody. You just timed out, didn't you? Oh, you timed out right now. I'm gonna do it again. Let me in. I had a friend, another friend online that would let me into her teapot because we did the same thing. We did that for each other. I let her into mine, she let me into hers, and we could both buy things for the Beetle Pass. She's not here. This is the worst thing ever. You can buy from mine if you don't judge my clutter. Yeah, no, I won't judge the clutter. I just need to buy something. Are you already on my list? Are you gay? Are you penguin? Or do I have to add you? I'm just desperate for teapot right now. Side note, great glider on Diona. Also Rosaria short hair appreciation moment. Timed out. Is this not you? I see a C1 Risley. That makes me think it's fucking Professor Homosexual himself. I'm gonna do another boss run while I'm waiting. Now I'm just getting bored. I can't imagine how you guys are feeling. Could be fun. So many bosses that are just not that fun to... You don't have physical resistance, do you? I'll do the big walk all the way to the Primo Geo Bishop. Feel so bad for all the Shao players who did this before waypoints existed. The placeable waypoints. I want to do another request, assuming this is you. I feel like I've timed it twice. I'm being pushy. If this isn't you, I'm gonna feel so embarrassed. Wee. It's not me? Okay, alright. Now I'm just making a fool of myself. Tell me your... do I not have you added already? I don't know. If I don't have you added, drop your UID and I'll jump in. Oh god, I just wasted all my things when he had his like dumb resistance up. Posted code did not show. Oh, YouTube has a thing. It really likes to hide. If you just post your UID, it'll, like if you just posted a long string of numbers, it'll often hide the message. So, you have to do it like in a message. So like UID parentheses message or something like that. I mean, I think I'm on... Yeah, I'm on live chat, not top chat. We're gonna get over Diona doing 40,000 damage. What? Why am I like being stun locked? Kill it. Thank you. I just added you. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, alright, yeah, that's easy enough to remember. Let me in. Ito does deserve biceps. Agreed. Alright, we're all remember everybody, we're closing our eyes. Nobody's judging the clutter. Based? Based, Razor, and Aloy? And Yan Fei? Hell yeah. So where's the guy? Over there? Okay. Well, seems like we are going on a bit of a journey. I can't teleport straight to him, right? I cannot. We're going on a journey. We're gonna have to walk past all the clutter. This looks kind of pretty from a distance. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Just ignore all the bags everywhere and it's actually a pretty little scene. And this is empty. Didn't even need to put stuff here to fill your... to hit the limit on the Depthal energy. I guess you just did the bags everywhere and that solved it. Come on. See if I can get a new music track. Even though I never use any of my music tracks. We do! And then do I get a coral butterfly, an azure crane, or a... Actually, how many coral butterflies do I have? I only have one. But I have none of either of those. Fuck it, I'll just get everything. Animal lover. Alright. Now I'm gonna do it in your teapot, so your luck is going to affect me. Let's see what we get. I'm hoping... I guess a Fav Sword, but that's a little boring. Let's see. Gamble, gamble. A C900 Chongyun. Incredible. Thank God. That's really, really what I needed. Okay. Let's get the hell out. Gotta get those steps in. Putting in the work. Humongous Chongus. Did you know that Chongyun is the only character who actually gets more and more powerful every copy you get after C6? He gets a buff, he gets a 10% attack and 15% cryo damage for every single con past C6. That's how you see those big nuke Chongyun showcases. They just wished a ton and they have like a C30 Chongyun. But actually, let me pull up Paimon.moe because that keeps track of all the characters you get beyond C6. I get a sword game in my world. Fair enough. Chongyun, it says I have C12, but that's not true. Because I only started like recording my wishes after I got Sino, and I had C6 Chongyun before I got Sino. So realistically I have around C20 Chongyun. and that was probably C21. So my Chongyun, he's getting up there. He's not one of the most powerful, but he is he's certainly getting up there. Maybe I should actually build him now. Okay. That's it. This was a short one. I didn't really get much done, but I am sleepy tired. I don't know why I pressed tab there, but I did. Can send you homophobia while you stream? Cool. Sounds good. Short stream. Still had fun. Happy you guys came. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.